Hello, boys and girls! Holy moly. Holy moly. Hey there, Apollo, no, Loland, Suzuki Arthur. Stop. Rain. Enderu. How am I doing? I'm fucking excited. I'm excited. I'm fucking excited at the madness. Dude, it's so fucked up waking up and just seeing a new post by Endfield and it's a 15-minute gameplay demo. Fucking, I actually had to be like, oh shit, oh fuck, it's Sunday. I never stream on a Sunday, but I have to. I can't not. I have to. Also, not only did they post a gameplay demo, they also now officially posted all of the operator files and images on the website. This is now it's not an accident. They're just here. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. So I have not watched the gameplay demo. I've seen like a couple of screenshots and I think that's everything. And like some comments by friends or whatever. Otherwise, I have not seen anything from the gameplay demo. This time I didn't watch it. I managed to keep myself from watching it like instantly. Which was the only reason I managed to keep myself from watching it is because it's Sunday, so I woke up and I had to start speed running all of my Sunday chores, like doing laundry and cleaning the apartment and stuff. Just so that I could get all of that out of the way so that I could start up a fucking weird-ass Sunday stream just to go over this fucking 15-minute gameplay video and also the character profile since they haven't posted. And also, a friend pointed out that I managed to do a 2-hour yapping session, not late. I managed to do a 2-hour yapping session off of a 3-minute trailer. Now we have a 15-minute demo. We'll see how long we'll be here for. 'Cause, oh boy. 25-hour stream, oh no! Yeah, we'll see. It might be obviously it might be easier to go through it because it's probably not quite as dense as the trailer. You know, the trailer you're fucking pausing every like second to go over over another frame or something, like super dense. So maybe for the gameplay it's not quite as bad, but we'll probably still be here for another 2 hours at least. Let's be real. He doesn't know. Oh god. If this actually turns into like an extra long stream and it's a Sunday when I never stream, I'm cooked. Thank god my classes are over so I don't have a Monday class. Because normally I need time to do like normal IRL stuff on Sundays and whatnot. That's like what a Sunday is for me. But now I'm here. Now I'm here. Oh goodness. But I mean, I can't complain, dude. I'm so excited. I'm just excited. Frame by frame analysis of 15-minute video. Oh goodness. Oh no. 2 hours to 3 minutes is 13-hour stream there now then. Oh goodness. Is that the math? Yeah, it is. $5 minutes into the stream, 9 hours and 55 minutes to go. Oh, shit. I'm gonna run out of breath again. Yesterday I literally forgot to breathe at some points. How could you resist not watching for so long? Only because I had chores to do. I woke up and I was like, oh. And then I made I posted a little bit and I was like, oh god, guys, they posted more, I might have to stream. And then I just started cleaning the house and like doing laundry and everything. I literally just finished. There's literally just, you can't, there's laundry still behind me. I didn't even put all my laundry away. I just got it out of the dryer like 20 minutes ago. Just so that I could get here as early as possible to look at this. Oh my god. It is a little fucked up, however, that they really do always drop their stuff like a couple hours after I go to bed. So then I'm always waking up to like stuff being posted like 7 or 8 hours ago. And it's like, well, shit. I can never be there like for stuff when it actually drops. Yeah, for EU, it's a tough time frame that they drop all their stuff at. We have a bunch. We have all this stuff to. We have all these character profiles as well. I wonder if we should go through the character profiles first, quickly, and then get to the video, because I don't want to distract myself with the video afterward. Like, I don't want to go back to these after the video, because I'm going to spend all the time in the video, probably. I have to move to Asia. Obviously, these two just have the same text. I think we'll go through these real quickly. There's probably not like... I mean, there's probably a bunch we could talk about here, but maybe we can come back to these after we've then watched. But we'll go through these. I'm edging you. Yes, I'm edging you and letting people have time so that they don't miss the video portion. So we'll go through these first. I'm ready, the administrator of Endfield Industries. According to the historical records of Talos II, the administrator stands as a key guardian who protected civilization on this planet and saved humanity from multiple catastrophic disasters. God, it's a bit shitty to scroll. Oh god. Why did... Really? When I pull this, it like selects the text. Enemy's heroic deeds have given rise to many stories, tales, and even rumors. However, the enemy's identity remains elusive, and only a handful of people have seen the legend in person. Other factions within the civilization Banter are well aware that Endfield has a very special trump card in their hand, but that is all they know. The Administrator's mysterious mastery over Originium and the Protocol Network, along with Edmund's need for periodic long-term hibernation, is one of Enfield's most important secrets. This is pretty much the same stuff we already had earlier in the previous character files, so I'm assuming a bunch of these will be similar. There was a time when I could only gaze upon your deeds from afar, but at this very moment my only wish is to fight by our side. Perlica is the supervisor of Endfield Industries and the official spokesperson of the company. Her roles include promoting the development and applications of Techno Protocol and managing the ship Dijon. Okay, well, actually, there's some new stuff, okay? So we have, you know, ship mentioned. As an outstanding expert in Techno Protocol, her studies have had a key influence on the adaptive development and application of this technology, laid the cornerstone for the automated industry complex project. Many rumors about Perlica. One claims that she once succumbed to severe blight infection, was taken to a medical facility for treatment where... Oh yeah, this is where indeed where you have some. But to keep her alive, part of her spinal cord and several organs were replaced with original structures. Another rumor claims she's entrusted with a mysterious directive. Despite being the official spokesperson of Endfield Industries, Perlica has never responded to such claims. Ship Dijon, mustard ship. She's capable of responding to various crises in a calm and decisive manner. However, Endfield often faces challenges that go beyond their expectations. Perlica often has to move between bases and outposts, doing whatever she can to maintain order and keep things running. We don't simply talk about dreams. No, we do what we can to make them a reality. Dream ending, holy. Detailed plans have habit of going wrong and prefer a more direct, physical, and decisive approach. Shen Kuan Yu is a specialist operator of Endfield Industries. By martial arts training at a young age, yeah, this is like same stuff we've seen already. She joined the Yingling Special Task Force, relentless commitment to perfecting her fighting skills spark many stories about her. Around 16 of this optimistic girl always true to say, she always wants me around to help issues that won't be really. Then we have Wolfguard with the redesign, obviously. Tell us you can't live without it. Young Mercy living in the fringes of civilization. Yep. This is stuff all we've read before. Skill in stealth and recon combat operations. Completes mission Mercy entirely. Former member of the Landbreaker clan known as the Pack. Wolfguard can be reliable and trustworthy friend if you can how this enough easy feat. Yo, the panda! Oh yeah, faction. Endfield Industries. Race Lupo. Race Lung. Race Libera. Yeah, indeed. Bird. Race data missing. Obviously, race Ursus. Bear. Dapan. Faction Hongshan. You're being too kind. I'll return this favor. Tell me if you need anything. Back in his hometown, Dapan worked at the Hongshan Academy of Sciences in various discrete administrative support roles for key scientific research. Buzzwords. Which is a fancy way of saying jobs like chef, electrician, carpenter, chauffeur, street vendor, and more. Okay. Through operating and his recommendation to serve as a specialist liaison at Endfield Industries. On the long list of his employment history, the pawn treats chef work as the crowning achievement of his professional career. He is walking. Fucking Kung Fu Panda, actually. Extremely passionate about cooking, really engages himself in the creation of new recipes. Carries a special bottle with him where he goes. It doesn't look like anything special to most people, but anyone familiar with the writing of Yan would wonder about its origins. However, if that person happens to be from Hongshan, they would immediately recognize its origins and significance, because they know very well that bottle is an item of honor, only word to major contributors to science. You adopt the canteen, I can make a few dishes quick and easy. Yeah, most of these profiles I don't like. The main profiles that will be like, we might get something wacky story-wise is, would be, I guess the, you know, the recycled characters. Li Feng of the Wuling Guards reporting for duty. Also faction Hongshan, so obviously, oh yeah, then yeah, they're Anasa. So this is, I guess, the sort of kind of Chinese faction of Endfield. No, I think he's just a bear. I think he's just bear. I don't think he's related to the Beast Lords. It's just a bear. Like animal, like more significantly animal people already exist in Arknights as well, so. Also, yeah, really, they just fucking panda into Dapan. Da Panda with Dapan. Li Feng is a member of the Wuling City Guards who currently interns at the Specialist Tech Division of Endfield Industries. When he was little, Li Feng had a happy little family like other kids in Wuling. However, a horrific incident crushed his arm and took the lives of his parents. But yeah, he does indeed have a prosthetic arm. Accepted a prosthetic arm and poured effort into every step of his recovery. He endured for a pain of maturing and emerged as a capable and dependable young man, whether serving as Wuling City Guard. The Wuling City Guards reserves to help folks out or protecting his little sister as a caring brother. 6-year-old attackers responsibility with level of thoughtfulness and tenderness that consistently impresses and sometimes amazes those around him. This is why no one should ever dismiss Li Feng as merely a naive teenager. He carries a wealth of deep thoughts and emotions that keeps him to himself, and when visiting his late parents' graves does he reveal a glimpse of his deep inner world. I want to do more and get better at it. I mean, all of these are pretty much like an Arknights E2 like art. Faction Cabal of Tranquility, race Sarkas. Few people could immediately identify Shahi's. Also, her name was changed, I think, slightly. Because occasional display of Lateran vibes would quickly reveal her affiliation with the Cabal of Tranquility. According to what Shahi said about herself, people believe that her past gave her knowledge and skills that should not be wielded by someone her age. Evident Shahi's elegant mastery of original arts and proficiency in various fields, especially those pertaining to information technology. Despite her appearances, the way that Shahia talks and acts is hardly typical of a girl who grew up in a cloister. One will get used to her vast and seemingly trivial knowledge, as well as her tendency to jump from one strange topic to the next. Shahi herself is utterly unaware of these issues. Yeah, this is a similar text we got before. Some of the beginning here was, I don't think we had before, but this latter text we already had before. Perfect logic already exists. Our good works will slowly fit its veil. Ember is still Ember. Now, maybe Shahi's name wasn't changed. Maybe I'm just misremembering. I feel like it was slightly different, but... Ember was an Oathkeeper Knight. Oh, yeah, Order of Steel Oath, yeah. From the Northern Desolation, who served a military organization known as the Order of Steel Oath. Guided by her commitment to the final tribulation, she visited the Civilization Band before accepting an invitation to join Endfield Industries. As a veteran who spent years on the battlefield, Ember is not skilled in conversing with others. However, if someone starts talking about combat techniques with Ember, she will give earnest descriptions of her experience in battles she fought. Now, these experiences sound like wild stories to most. My blade is cast and honed by the northern frost. I only pray that the southern sun has not softened its edge. We got Arknight, the Horsewoman. Faction Finnish Circuit, okay. Yeah, Ember's design is a little weird. It's just like, I think there's been some changes to it, but it's still a wacky mix of like armor and then skin tight. I'm Ekut, call sign is Arklight. Not a trained weaver of words, but I wish you well and may you flow like a swollen river, Enfielders. Arklight is Skaptha of the Finnish Circuit. She's currently partnering with Endfield Industries as a technical consultant. No one roaming the wildlands could escape the grip of starvation and disasters, no matter how clever or capable they may think themselves to be. Misfortune struck Arklight hard. The wildlands consumed her entire family, leaving her the only survivor. However, fortune also smiled upon her when a group of Finnish Circuit members found and saved her from the brink of death. Oh, this Fianne, not Finne, Fianne. Accepted Arklight there. She quickly learned how to survive in a harsh landscape and followed the practice of Kerns from poems to help people out. Today she roams the wildlands to teach more souls the way of surviving in the unforgiving world of Talos 2. Arknight may come across as cold and brusque at first, but the minimalist philosophy underlying her cold demeanor actually proves to be exceptionally effective for surviving the wildlands. Shall be like fire, offering warmth and illumination. Then we have Levitate. Twilight of Ruin. Okay, that's her skill 3 in Arknights. Levitate is a Rhodes Island operator assigned to Endfield Industries, where she serves as a specialist operator following the framework agreement between the two companies. With Warfare's authorization, Levitate once spent years in the north to carry out a solo field mission. Thanks to her strong skills in independent operations. What's even more impressive is her exceptional performance in Enfield's test on teamwork adaptability and communication skills. What? That's not the Surtur we know. The Surtur we know from Arknights is dog shit ass at communication, okay? She's like completely incapable of teamwork. Something's changed. This is also reflected in her peer feedback. Most envious who have worked with Levitate give her high praise. They say she might come across as a fiery go at first, but she's actually not fire at all. Instead, she's an excellent listener and coordinator. Yeah, this is so not Arknight Surtur. This is very different. However, she sometimes talks about things nobody really understands, like the threat of demons. Most people assume she's referring to the Agaloy, while others just have no idea what she really means. She spends a lot of time in freezing environments and has a surprising fondness for ice cream. This box of ice cream will melt by the time they reach Warfare, and I'll just eat them myself. Okay, so Surtur has changed. Her character has changed in, like, what she's like. Levitate took over. Then we have Yvonne. Oh, yeah, and indeed, faction Rhodes Island. Yvonne is with Endfield Industries, okay. Race. Oh, she's. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. She's a vouivre. She's a vouivre with that fat tail she had. Aether side, an unknown and dangerous world, but the unknown is always exciting, right? Yvonne is a scientist in the specialist tech division of Endfield Industries. Unlike the stereotypical nerd, Yvonne comes across as a chic, fashionable girl. She dyes her horns, tail, and nails in bright colors. Oh, the horns are dyed? She modifies her attire into her favorite flamboyant design. She would skip academic conferences to buy fashion magazines and popular albums. Yvonne is always drawn to oddities and novelties. She devises conventions and always stays ahead of the latest trends. Not your typical straight-A student, and no one would doubt her talent and brilliance. Even before graduating from college, she had achieved some impressive results in her field. Everyone expected her worked at a major research institute and led the advancement for science in this era. But to people's surprise, she joined Endfield instead. The reason? She never explained it. Maybe you can ask her herself. I'm coming, don't worry, I'll fix those Aether facility problems for you. Just a quick second. Just have to open my dishwasher, it finished. I was doing dishes as well. I didn't even have time to like get my dishes ready. Yeah, she kind of feels like Endfield version of you. Oh no, she feels more like an Endfield version of Closure. She's like the tech nerd of Endfield. So it's more like Closure than You Official. You Official is a girl failure. She can't do nothing, okay? She's girl failure streamer woman. Then we got Snowshine / Aurora, also from Rhodes Island. Makes sense. I mean, all of these guys will be, you know, they will be from you catching. It's not no, not strays. Direct, okay. No frigid colder blizzard is gonna stop me. I'll be your most reliable shield. Essentially, a Rhodes Island operator assigned to Endfield Industry, where she serves as a search and rescue specialist following the framework agreement between the two companies. For unknown reasons, the polar region of Talos 2 remains a forbidden area to humanity. However, as efforts to expand the frontier resume, professionals like Snowshine who specialize in digression and high-altitude regions are in high demand with the civilization band. Because of significant talent gaps, Snowshine and her rescue team are always faced with a busy schedule, even on days with no special missions. Despite her packed schedule, she wrote a book titled Polar Surviving Guide during her free time. The book has become a source of essential guides for surviving and conducting SAR operations in the cold, snowy environments of Talos 2. Brittle Nights of Talos remind me of the grand auroras that I once witnessed. Nothing really, so far, nothing necessarily here pointing to, like, what's the situation with the Arknights characters. However, she is seemingly referring to, like, you know, memories. At the very least, she seems to have memories of Terra. What exactly that ends up meaning is up to debate still, no idea. Like how? Because it's seemingly talking about like auroras that she would have seen in Sami and so on. Also, someone this was pointed out somewhere. The date in the trailer, so there was a date for December 10, 2018 in the trailer. That might not actually be an in-universe date, and it might be related to the ARG. Because it's the date, it's the same, it's the date when, Voyager, what was it, the satellite, the fucking, not satellite, the spaceship Voyager exited the solar system. It's the same date that, yeah, Voyager exited the solar system, December 10, 2018. So it might not be an in-universe date. It might be related to the ARG stuff and so on, more so. And yes, there is another ARG. So, never mind, we have still no idea about how far in the future the Endfield is going to be. Now we have... They really fucking named her Gilberta. Gilberta? Why? Of all the names you could have made. Gilberta? Really? Fucking Gilbert. It could be Gilberta by, I don't know. Doesn't really change anything. Greetings, Envin. You have the smell of nostalgia and homesickness, like an incomplete letter designed destined for a special place. Now I wonder where that might be. Gilbert is a Rhode Island operator assigned to Endfield Industries. Yeah, the same thing. Like, oh, except as a messenger. Exploring talent and origin of arts and was an extremely rare aspect of the arts. Once made a bold assumption that her arts might warp gravity to a certain extent, but Warframe didn't respond to her guess. At Endfield, Gilbert is in charge of mail delivery and intel escort missions from across multiple bases and outposts. These often require her to travel along the boundaries between the civilization band and the frontier, but she seems to really enjoy the job. Recently, she even started asking for more challenging missions and higher risk areas to hone her skills. There's a sunny optimist with a dash of anxiety, but plenty of hope for the future. Personally, sometimes took Warframe by surprise, but also brought her deep nostalgia. Did you just bring a bright future to me? And yeah, she has a whole bunch of photos and stuff. So personality is still very much Angelina, but there's also this part. This is the part where like, like you could start reading into this part of like, why is Warfarian sort of surprised about it? And the nostalgia, like deep nostalgia for Angelina, the original, or like... And then last one is Avivena. I can't remember how it was supposed to be pronounced. Faction Talos to General Chamber of Commerce. Rabbit, Kotus, Bunny. Oh, speaking of bunnies, why is there a bunch of snow bunnies in Snowshine's art when she's a bear? Where's the bear? Why is there bunnies? Huh? And she does that. The pose is what did they mean by this pose? Greetings, Administrator. Anyone to find you here. Times when you can actually rely on me, just so you know. Everyone is an ardent messenger. Before joining Endfield Industries, she worked at Talos 2 General Chamber of Commerce. However, she soon realized that the Neon-lit city fraught... the Neon-lit city? Man, I fucking want to get to this place. The Neon-lit city? I fucking hope they have like a massive... goddamn like cyberpunky city, man. Fraught with lies and cracks between people wasn't really the ideal place for her. With this realization, she departed from her job and eventually found herself at a mail depot in the wild frontier. There she resolved to dedicate her life to the vast wilderness as well as the well-being of its troubled residents. Her noble intentions did not go unnoticed. No one to see her kindness and talent go to waste. A sincere and heartfelt recommendation letter was sent from the wildlands and brought Avi to Endfield Industries. Avivena is an amicable, confident, trustworthy lady who can manage various relationships in a sophisticated and professional manner. As to whether she's truly good-tempered as she seems, you'll have to find out by engaging with her yourself. Does that make me your first choice? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it very much seems to be like Casimir's. I mean, yeah, it's the fucking Chamber of Commerce again. Hey there, Flip. Yeah, nothing super special in the profile stuff. Like, there's a couple lines you can maybe want to read into with the, like, Snowshine and Berta. I feel like I'm just gonna end calling her Angelina still, because, like, Gravel attitude. All right. Okay, yeah, nothing super special in the profiles, and obviously all of these arts we got them early because they accidentally released them, so we got them early yesterday already. Now it's time to lock in. It's time to lock in. Time to lock in, boys. It's the real shit, okay? Not sure if I like having a designer, it's just the pose that's triggering neurons. Oh boy. Interesting as he gives a Lateran vibes even though she's Sarkas. Yeah, that was already like, I think mentioned in like the earlier stuff. Because essentially like, she was part of kind of like a, almost like Lateran sort of cult almost or something. So we'll watch it all the way through. I might pause every now and then. I'll try not to pause too much on a first watch. But then I might pause every now and then to set, like, take something in, and then we'll go through it again, you know, rewatch it essentially. Let's do this 15 minutes. We have a lot to get through. Oh yeah, okay. So this part I saw because it auto played on Twitter. It's like an actual city, so it's nice to see we have a city. I'm trying to look at all the UI as well. I'm trying to look at so many things, man. Obviously, yes, in-game footage of a work in progress build not representative of the final product. Keep that in mind, everyone. We got a slight frame drop there. Interesting. I'm very excited. They intentionally walked into the cone to make it wobble. Like all the check is Chinese, it seems. Dude, yeah, because I almost say like I'm glad we're already seeing that there's Owl Person. I'm already glad we're seeing like bigger city stuff, like where we have like more city-ish environments as well. So we're not just in like various wastelands. How is this supposed to run on phones? It has to be a similar situation to like Infinity Nikki, where it's just like a different fucking version. Yeah, we'll look at the UI later. Let's focus on like the visuals, the peak stuff. Also, listening, music. The menu is cool. Oh, way more animation in character screen. Also, character screen is completely different. Completely updated character UI screen. And there you can see like equipment and the weapon stuff and whatnot. They're significantly more animated here for the characters. Nope, he still has the mask, at least. Okay, here I want to pause real quickly, just because actually, in game, Wolfguard's redesign. Actually, I'm kind of liking it. In the splash art, I thought it looked a little weird, but here, I feel like it somehow looks better. The tail is a little wacky looking, but oh yeah, Perka did have a wand instead of a staff. Holy shit, he's cool! God damn. Hackerman? Oh yeah, this I saw Chen doing her little very happy little dance. Oh, we saw some panties there. That skirt is indeed a coquito hazard. She's so cute! Oh my god! The models are also still insane. Like, just the fidelity of the models. Oh, was Panda also the only 5-star? I didn't look at the rarities, I'll look at them later. Arknights Chen would never, so true. The environment's also looking way more populated. They help you mine. Oh, nice little black hole over there. Environment is significantly more... God, that skybox is so fucking good, bro. Enemies kind of... Okay, enemies spawn out of this little thing instead of just standing there. Oh, you see them doing like little cutting attacks. They actually use their skills. They're not just standing around. Yeah, like I guess it might be a QTE, yeah, instead of... That might be what it is, it's like QTEs. The enemies are talking? Oh, yeah, QTEs, okay. You have like combo QTEs. Yeah, so you have both QTEs and like auto skills. Yeah, already the combat looks way more dynamic and like just a lot more is happening because the bots are actually doing stuff and you have like the QTEs and stuff. Now that I think about it, the QTEs are such an obvious choice for this type of like combat. Obviously the base. Dude, it's lag central. My CPU is already crying. Oh, okay, yeah, you get the overhead building. Now it looks, looking at it like this, it's obviously a lot more Factorio when you're looking at it like overhead. Oh, yeah, also, yeah, you're not like forced to switch characters as well. Oh, it's Wiggly Man! Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm failing tube man. Little red Agaloy boy over there on the left. More base stuff. Or is this base or is this... I think it is, yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is just environmental stuff. The environment is wild. Like now, looking at this environment compared to what we saw like a year ago, holy man, it really is a... There's so much more. There's so much more like depth to everything. And the horizon and the skybox are still so good. They just look so nice. Like, yeah, it's just like, so it's sort of like, it's kind of easy on the eye still, but you're looking like you look anywhere and you have something to look at. It, compared to, yeah, now comparing it to the old one, it's way less empty. There's just a lot more there. Which, I mean, makes sense. Beta versus tech test, you know. You obviously have a little summoning thing where you know, gotta fight some boys, get some rewards. Oh yeah, also, was that a dodge or was that a... I mean, we'll go back through, obviously, some of the combat sections. I think there was some dodges there. Was there turrets? Oh yeah, there is turrets. Oh yeah. The turrets were also... We saw the turrets in some of the, like... There was some other leaks of, stuff. Oh, and okay, male ending gameplay as well, nice. We saw some, turret stuff as well from, like, images. Where there's, like, some form of... Oh yeah, okay, also, yeah, completely different fucking environment now. We're, you know, in China. Okay, presumably you can't swim. Also, yeah, male... Actually, I'm liking how he looks. I'm liking how he looks. Like that, like that's a nice silhouette to look at from behind. Like it's nice to look at when you're just running around. Also, we're slightly higher level here now, and we have Panda and what's his name again? Dude, imagine if we actually get summoners as well. There's gonna be so many dudes on screen. There's some kind of weird numbers there on the when the area name popped up. I think a lot of people will still go Fem MC because she's very cute. And she has a little bit of like that gremlin goblin energy, it seems. While Mel and Bin looks a lot more serious. The rain as well, some nice water. Tiny man. Look at look at the texture on that fucking jacket, bro. Look at that leather texture. Is it like wet as well? Look at that panda, man. So, because now we're seeing that they have these... The texturing is... They have such detailed texturing on the character models and clothing. Even in gameplay. Obviously, you know, presentation may not be, you know... Especially if your machine... Especially if you have to turn down graphics on your machine, then, you know... So honestly, now I'm having a harder time deciding on which MC I'm gonna choose. Now that we have some male Endmin footage, actually, and, like, he got a bit of a glow-up. He looked a little awkward a year ago. I think they do have... Yeah, they do. There is, like... The character models right now, they have, like, wet on them. They're in rain, so they actually do have, They get, like, wet clothes. And hair and so on. Oh, we got, like, little water pipes. Little water pipe. And you get a little text box, okay, when the character... Okay, so also the bots say stuff. Like, the characters will just say stuff. And it will come up as a little text box in the top right. Look at this pipe. Okay, these piping... Okay, so yeah, you're bringing, like, piping just straight out. Like, you're bringing this piping way out of the base to actually get water from, like, the wild. Look at that green goo. And purple goo. It's this yeah, there's gonna be a lot of machine frying. Like, unless they somehow make this, like, black magic to somehow optimize this insanely well, yeah, it's gonna be demanding. Oh, we're planting. Oh, and they go do it themselves. Okay, no, yeah, the four of them, they'll go do it themselves as well. They're like auto-complete. Yo, look, they're smiling, they're happy. They're farming. To play Factorio is satisfactory to prepare, yeah. Also, yeah, we're also seeing all the zip lines as well. Little emojis. Yep, look at that piping. So, okay, so this is also, so indeed, you do have you build other stuff as well, like outside of the main base area to get, like, resources. You're not just restricted to doing stuff within the base area, you have to go, like, outside of it as well. Panda talking. Listening. I can also, yeah, this gameplay test is all in Chinese. Which is probably in Chinese on every showcase. No reason to go look at, like, the Japanese showcase just to hear different voices. I think it's all gonna be in Chinese on each version. Emojis are from original AK. Yeah, there's some similar ones in Arknights, yeah. Like, the similar style, which makes sense. New Chen is extremely cute. That looked very much like, shoe event stuff, like the Chinese farming event stuff. The little cube in the middle there. It's obviously, you know, imported from there. We got some grass rabbits. We got we've got a bird and beast. Oh, now we're inside somewhere. Inside gaming. Oh, Angelina spotted. Do this game's gonna have any social mechanics? No idea. They haven't mentioned anything. So we do have inside base as well. That's nice. That's cool. Shaihi. Okay, so this is some kind of like hub base, I guess, where like this is your like inside base, where I guess where you can have your have the characters hang around and speak to them. Okay, well, so that's I think that's confirmation. Obviously, I can't read the text, but that's confirmation for like trust mechanics still. So this is probably like I think yeah, that's trust. Or that might be morale or something, but I think this is like a trust mechanic, so same as Arknights, where you have like character trust or whatever it is. Which makes sense. I don't feel like it's a very important aspect, to be honest. Like I don't think it needs to be there, but sure. Oh, you can make her follow you? Okay, you can make them, okay, yeah, they're working, yeah, that's factory and so on. Yep, same thing as you assign people to work, makes sense. It really is just finally base out of beta. So yeah, this is the base and presumably then dorms as well. Why is her hair sticking out so far? I don't know, man. Ember's weird. It has to. Oh, Shaihi is going to the dorm. Okay, right. Ah, right, she was... Okay, that's really nice. You assign them to a dorm and they actually just walk there. Like, they don't just fucking teleport there. They actually, like, go and walk there. And yeah, like, the icons for the factory and stuff were straight up Arknights factory. Nice transport boxes. You got a motorbike? Holy. Mounts, confirmed. Motorbike. Mounts confirmed. Oh, what the hell? There's a whole bunch of NPCs in here. There's just bozos in here. What's wrong, Chen? What was she sad? Hmm? I want to start translating some of these menus, though. Okay, you just gave him a little. You just gave her. You could, okay, you could give them gifts. Yeah, there's some form of gift system. Yeah, maybe they're not. I mean, I could very well imagine that there might be like full proper dorms in the release, like in the game. But they also might just rest sort of wherever. Oh right, and this is. It was a spaceship the whole time. It was a spaceship. Can Star Rail hurt us too? We have a spaceship almost just like theirs. That's open some kind of map. Oh no, okay, not a map. Something else. Okay, that's right, that's okay. That's the hub for managing the base stuff. Nice reflections. Hey there, Pearly. Pearly was determined. Nice chair. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh, I love that music. Wait, it's over? Oh, that was the end. What the fuck, that went by so fast? Her the wishes her space station was that cool. The throne. I want to hear that little musical development there again. God, I wish that happens in the fucking actual game. It just plays there. Nice. 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 I like that. I like that. I like that. Dude, that caught me off guard. That little musical bit there with the vocals. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait up. It's time to start going through it all over again. Terminal may let us travel between planets. Yeah, it could be. Because, I mean, might be, yeah. We have a whole, like, so we have, because we, yeah, just apparently just have a whole ass spaceship, then you go between the planet and the spaceship. So probably, yes, we might actually be, like, visiting much more than just Talos, too. Fucking massive chair for tiny Enderman, though, yeah. God, YouTube? YouTube? Lagging like hell? Traveling back to Terra? I'm not sure if traveling back to Terra would happen with a spaceship or rather the portal. Talos is probably fucking miles away. Like, miles. Small understatement. Chair was made for Dapan. Also, yeah, the screen is fucking miles away. This is not very ergonomic, okay? The screen is way over here and then the chair is like... What is this? Who designed this? You can't access this fucking screen from this chair. What do you mean? Why have you put it all the way over there? Dude, we just go planet cracking? We just go ravage all the other planets for resources? It really, there sure is a lot of fucking stuff. Oh, it might be holographic projection stuff, yeah. It's space tech beamed into your brain. Yep. But the shore is, yep, a factory must grow. Fixed chair. Yeah, that's the main beta complaint. Fix the chair, please. Also, it doesn't look like it's a very loungy chair. Like that doesn't look like a good working chair. Okay, you're like really like. That doesn't look. That's not good posture. Okay, and it is also twice the size of Enderman. Oh boy. Well, it looks very good. Just the quality of the fucking lighting as well. Also, the dudes, one of the dudes who was like, one of the dudes that Hypergriff hired to work on Endfield, like at a higher position. I can't remember the exact position name. They actually tweeted out about this. Like, I'm excited for you guys to see all the fucking work we've done on like all the lighting stuff. And like, I think he's mainly like for like graphics and visual stuff. They tweeted out being like, I'm so excited for you guys to see this shit. And yeah, all the texturing and the lighting and now we can also look at the UI a little. Obviously, I mean, the usual kind of UI stuff. Obviously, having all the stuff. You have the little watch thing. Escrow opens up your menu. You have your skills 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, then, huh? Oh, are these hold? So if you look at yeah, okay, well, I mean, yeah, you can see enough here on the skills because you have just 1 and 1. But I'm assuming one of them is tap 1 and the other one is hold 1. So yeah, it's probably hold for ultimate and then just tap for skill. And yeah, if you can also indeed just use them without switching into them, if you just tap them and then they just switch in. Which, however, makes me wonder about, because yeah, did we see any of that actually in the combat? We'll obviously go with the combat. We didn't see like the stuff where you were holding a skill and aiming it. Like we didn't see that anymore, seemingly. At least I don't remember seeing it. And obviously, I'm wondering how you actually end up switching characters for this one. It says, that's not a cue. That's just like, I wonder how you actually end up switching characters between them. Because yeah, then I don't think I saw any like time slow-mo stuff in the combat. I guess we might as well. Okay, let's actually we'll go for the character screens a little bit first, and then we'll go at the See, I'm wondering if they changed that. I wonder if they changed away from manual aiming, or if it's still an option, but just requires something else. Like maybe it's a button combination. Look at that gremlin. It's actually, unfortunately, we didn't see male Enderman in character screen. Yeah, they've either gone rid of the slow-mo skill aiming, or they just didn't show it here. Obviously, it makes sense to have auto-aiming on it as well. The little Q above the animated character switch button. Yeah, but that's not... Is that a Q? Like... Is that Q? Is that just a sort of stylized Q? Because I thought it was like a Q at first as well, but maybe it's not. I guess it could be. It might be Q, and then... We didn't see any character switching through this. I think we saw it through like where you can switch through the skills as well, maybe. But the Q button says switch, okay. Just wondering if it cycles through, or if it opens up a menu or something to switch. Where you like press Q and then something to switch to whatever character you want. Maybe we'll see it somewhere in the combat a little bit more. Obviously here we have the relic stuff. Potentials, relic stuff, 0 out of 5 instead of 0 out of 6. Weapon, obviously, you know, you got the levels and whatnot, and equipment and stats and blah, blah, blah. A bunch of skills here. I mean, this is probably like normals, ultimate, and I guess 2 different skills, presumably. Some passives here. And then, you know, stats. Strength, so like some kind of speed or agility. Brain, it's just at the brain. What? Is that like smartness stat? Obviously you have the, you know, E2, E1 logos. Yeah, she has a wand instead of... Well, but however, her weapon is equipped like some kind of little ball thing over here, rather than her wand. Oh yeah, 5-star. Wait. What was Enderman? Okay, yeah, Enderman is 6-star, yeah. So, because it's 6 and 5 stars. That'll see. Oh, wait. Because what's this screen again? I know you can't see the right side that well. Maybe I should move. I feel like there's more stuff on the right side, isn't there? Maybe we need to move ourselves to over to this side. But now I'm covering the character. Never mind. I don't want to cover the character. You'll just have to trust me in what's behind you guys. Fuck. Okay, so yeah, you see, you have like unlockable, some kind of passives or other. If I translated these, obviously, I'd probably know better. And here you have a bunch of. Okay, yeah, you're unlocking like more stuff as you. Also, actually, okay, you have multiple. Yeah, you have like, you know, more promotions, like 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. And 3 logo, like a skill. Oh yeah, it might be skill masters, yeah, or something like that. Like just skill member. Like obviously, yeah, here you obviously have skill levels because it's gonna be, you know, like normals and skills and then ultimates, and you have the, you know, level them up as usual. Max rank 6, max rank 9. Okay. So instead it's just like from 0 to 9 or 1 to 9 instead of having separate masteries, I guess. What if animations change when Elite 2? I mean, maybe if you unlock more skills. Like if you unlock new skills from, you know, leveling up. But yeah, Pelicka has a little ball thing over here as but then seemingly in combat uses this sort of knife wand thing. Was it here? It's gun. I think they might make some of these animations slightly simpler in the menu for the full release. They're quite involved and sort of active. Wait, also, wait a minute. Oh, 4-star. Wolfguard is a 4-star. So there is 6, 5, and 4 for characters at the very least. And a 5-star. Or Wolfguard being a 4-star. Oh, also, yeah, was he a specialist? So that also. I wasn't even looking at the fucking yeah, specialist. Okay, so we also have specialist added. Guard. I think Enbin was also a guard. Dude, putting on those fucking glasses though, he's insane. He's crazy. Supporter, yeah. Also using like, oh yeah, actually, oh yeah, I want to check these. Okay, so he's a sword user. Okay, so he's like a great sword user. Now let me actually check all the weapons. Enmin should just be a normal sword. Oh. Yeah, enemy is just a normal sword. Gun, great sword. She also has like the staff or sort of catalyst equivalent. And in the elements we know you have like, okay, but now now we have like a cryo element. Because there was fire, like electricity, and then like a crystal element. I guess this is the crystal element, but maybe they've changed it to actually mean ice. Also, we don't actually see any Surtur in this gameplay demo. She's guard. Oh, she's physical. Okay, so there's also just physical. There's also just pure physical as well. Like, not everyone has an element. Normal sword. God, what a cutie patootie. A little bit of panty shot there. she's really dude, she's posing, alright. Oh wait, no, she's also a 4-star. No, cutie patootie Chen is a 4-star. How could this be? That's the thing. I'm like, wait, what do you mean it's a 4-star? What do you mean? Okay, yeah, from like character designs and whatnot, you cannot like figure out if they're a 4 or 5 or what star. Let me check. Was Shaihi 5 or 4-star? Oh, Shaihi's also 4-star. Okay. So now that makes me wonder a lot more now, just about like how it'll end up being, because if we actually have at least 3 rarities for characters. I'm assuming it'll stop at 4 stars, that we have 3 rarities for characters. Like, yeah, it feels odd. I'm wondering how that'll end up balancing out, because how many characters do you get then? Like how sort of viable will 4 stars and 5 stars and so on be? And obviously we still haven't seen any other 6-star except Endmin. Like Endmin is still the only 6-star, which is not going to be the case. I just do not believe. Some people have the theory that Endmin's going to be the only 6-star, which I just don't think it's going to be a thing. Like I just don't see that being a thing where they would for some reason be the only 6-star. That would be weird. That would be even weirder to me. But I guess it would make sense if otherwise then everything was 4 and 5 stars and Endmin was the only 6-star, but that's weird. Also, yeah, Fjall is not Fjall has disappeared. Maybe he's getting redesigned as well or something. He's apparently just not around for this test at all. Happy Ching being a 4-star. I like how, guys, we know fucking nothing about the game and what the rarities will actually in function mean, and we're already saying it's a crime that they're a 4-star, as if they're gonna be bad because they're a 4-star. Are we cooked? Like how we're already doom posting essentially, like, oh my god, they're a 4-star. It's so Jover, man. My favorite is a 4-star. Like, is that gonna be the fucking situation? If the stars are upside down, 4 stars is better. Yeah. However, it's somewhat. I guess it maybe makes sense though because, or just having like 3 rarity. Well, because the thing is obviously that because you have the whole base function, how many characters will you need in the base? Like, how many characters will you end up needing like in the base? You know, to like be as workers. But it's just, there's no way they're gonna release like a ton of characters when they're this fucking high quality. Like this is wild quality, you know, put into fucking 4 stars. Basing trailer had 9 slots, and it's probably gonna end up being more. Because it's like, there's no way they actually release like a ton of characters. God, she's fucking adorable though. What the hell? Does she have less skills? Maybe. I don't know. I think she has like the same amount of. Also, yeah, because now we have. So now everyone has 2 skills. I think at the tech test, only Administrator had 2 skills. Now everyone has 2 skills. The other male characters deleted. Now you mean Fjall? Yeah, Fjall has disappeared somehow. I don't know where he's gone. He's taking a break or something. Okay, we can now get to the combat. But that's the thing, is a game like this can't have like a whole wide roster in the way the Arknights can. Because like that's unreasonable. Like I would just not ever expect that. Also, I wonder what. I want to see what this stuff says. Let me just screenshot this real quick so that I can put it into a translator. I'll put it into a translator later. Yeah, they've listed 15 characters on this. Obviously, yes, launch is going to have a decent chunk of characters, but I feel like they can't be releasing characters at like even remotely a similar place as something like Arknights, because it just way more is needed for a single character. And having 3 rarities is a little sus. It is like, Huh? Because there's no, for this kind of game, is there fucking like any precedent for this kind of game having 3 rarities of characters? So it's a bit, it is like, we kind of don't know what the fuck that's gonna mean. There are implications that we don't know from that rarity system. Obviously, it could change. They could decide to just change it by the time that the game releases, obviously. But right now, it's like, like, how is 3 rarities gonna work for a game like this, where it feels like so much of the core idea for these games is that you have the highest rarity and then like the 1 rarity lower. So then the 4 stars is just a weird one. Yeah, and even like MiHoYo's games indeed are like leaning more to just mainly having the higher rarity stuff. Because like, And because also I don't want them to pump out like a million characters. I want them to like make fewer characters and invest more into them. Yeah, it does just feel weird that there's, here we see some of the QTEs and also like the dialogues. It just feels weird that there's 3 rarities apparently. Weapon stars is always 4-star weapons. Because weapons probably go from like, you know, they're like the full rarity spectrum. Yeah, 2 to 3 per patch, assuming, you know, I guess similar patch cycle as like a MiHoYo game or Wuthering Waves, so 6 weeks. 2 to 3 characters with this fucking detail. Huh? That's just not, like, not even fucking MiHoYo does that. Then we got some QTEs. Other QTEs. So you also have QTEs for the character that you're on. Like you have some kind of follow-up attacks that are triggered by something. Because you get a QTE for the character that you're currently controlling. And then Chen just popped in just by herself. With like a cut-in attack. And use her skill by herself. Also trying to spot if we have like the dodges and whatnot. Because yeah, we could get welfare units and all this stuff like that, but like, my only worry is how limited the story might be now that everything is 3D. No, actually, I'm kind of excited about that because I want them, because it's in 3D and so on. They have to limit a little bit what they do with the story, so maybe they can make it more focused and like tight, rather than Arknights, which is like super wide and like almost would need a little bit more reins on it. HG is a weird dev though, it's true. Oh yeah, is there also QD priority? Yeah, but depending on like which one, in this order. Because yeah, it being 3D and fully voiced and stuff like that, I hope would actually limit them to, you know, somewhat give them limitations on their storytelling, which could actually be a good thing for them. Because yeah, you're probably not going to get the same kind of side story stuff as you would in Arknights, because that's just like, how would you do that? You have like a cast that you actually follow. You have like POV characters that are like significant. Combat goes very like, there's a lot happening on screen with the combat. I'm actually like, I'm trying to follow. We should, I think there's still more combat, isn't there? Is there? Is there? Yeah, there is. Yeah, over here, yeah, there's more combat. We don't really need to see the base stuff, honestly. Limit story may cause bad storytelling. No, because Hypergriff needs some limits on their storytelling so that they can make it a little bit tighter, shorter. Like, they need some limits for their storytelling. I want them to put more thought into the presentation. And I did accidentally pause while we're getting upskirt shots of everyone. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that, girls. Because I think here I saw a dodge somewhere. That's a skill, so that wasn't a dodge, that was a skill. At one point I thought that might have been a dodge. That's like a dash, but I think that's not a dash, it's just like when you're auto-attacking, you'll dash towards the target. Because I'm wondering here somewhere, yeah, like that, yeah, that, no, okay, yeah, that is a dodge. I think they didn't actually manage to dodge the damage, but they tried to. And yeah, the turret. Get a little turret, boys. Because here, yeah, like, whoop, they got hit, and then they dodged, but that was a dodge. And yeah, I mean, yeah, the QTEs... Actually, I still haven't played X Asterisk because it's only on fucking phone. I like how it ends with Enderman getting fucking just smacked in the face. And also, yeah, is there a dodge meter? Indeed. A little bit more back. Where do we see it? Oh, yeah, is it here? Oh yeah, you do have like a... Okay, now that's some kind of other... This is some kind of... Oh, this might be like a QTE cooldown. Where's like the dodge? Yeah, was that a dodge as well? Where's the dodge? Where did you see a dodge meter? Oh, here? Nope, that's not it either. That's some other charge up thing. Right next to end is done and next to the char in the middle. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I was looking at the UIs. Right, it's here. It's the fucking... It's the Breath of the Wild stamina bar, but it's just for dodging. So you have like 3 dodges and then they recharge. Okay, no, never mind. There's... Okay, no, it is like a stamina bar. It is like coming back slowly. It's just segmented. But I guess it uses a full segment when you use it. But yeah, it's like segmented. Okay. I know these yellow bars, I'm assuming these are like... It's like slowly refilling, and I think it's also refilling over here. It's the same thing that's refilling over here. It might be some kind of QTE or something, like some kind of action cooldown, or either QTEs or something. Okay, yeah, so it is the same stamina bar used for running. Okay, yeah. Some kind of skill points or other, yeah, probably. Okay, yeah, Chen just used a skill and it used these bars. Like literally just now. Chen used her skill and it consumed like 1 bar. Here. Bonk. Okay, so it's like it's like a shared sort of skill point bar for the team. And then I don't know why Perlica has like a little... She has like a little food icon next to her with 3 dots on it. I guess it's like some kind of... I guess she has like a food equipped or something. Yeah, I'm wondering. Yeah, I was just wondering because it seems to this one here seems to be like a team wide like skill point system. So it might be like... I'm wondering. I mean that specific. Okay, so the the most minor little fucking point, fucking equip cake. So okay, here when we like beat it, right? We beat it here. I would kind of rather not have this like separate cutscene for it. I don't know if it's just like, I don't know if it's like a tech limitation or just a presentation choice. I would rather have it like smoothly transition into like the chest spawning rather than this like little fixed camera cut in for it. It might change. Oh, that's something that could very well change. That might be like a beta thing. Like, no, it's not a big thing. It's really not like it's a very minor thing. But yeah, once you do that a bunch. You do that a whole bunch, and if you have similar like fixed camera cutscenes for a bunch of actions in the overworld, it just kind of gets tiring. Because you're like, it's sort of jarring when you suddenly your flow is broken, like your POV or whatever is suddenly broken to get this like little fucking 3-second cutscene for spawning the chest. Taking control from the player, yeah. It's like, what? And also, it happens indeed so quickly. Like, you're in the middle of controlling and doing your, like, epic combo giga gaming. And then you're, like, suddenly jerked away into a tiny chest cutscene. It's, like, very minor, like, minor nitpick. It's one of those things which you just, like, don't really notice it at first. After 20 fucking hours of exploring the open world. Then you're probably gonna get fucking tired of it. Okay, I mean, first of all, the combat does look, even just from the video, it looks so much better. There's just a lot more there's just a lot more endorphins going around. Like, I'm getting the good chemicals because there's just, like, stuff happening on screen. And the characters are just doing more. It doesn't feel so weirdly like static and like, because that was a thing you saw on the original fighting gameplay. It's kind of loud, actually, maybe. The thing you saw on the original fighting gameplay was like where you're just kind of you're standing there, hitting, and then you use a skill, and then you stand around hitting, and then you use a skill, and you stand around hitting. Then you might use an ultimate and a skill, and then you stand around hitting. It looked a little rough. Just hitting and waiting for cooldowns was like, it was just a little rough. So now when they've made the bots use skills themselves. They've added all the QTEs and stuff, which just gives you more to do. It just gives the player more to do instead of just sitting there standing. You're most of the time are actually like looking out for a QTE coming in, and since there's dodging now, you're also looking for like, you know, to avoid damage a little bit more dynamically rather than just run around. And also, yeah, the turrets doing their thing as well. So this is also like some kind of, this is like a Tesla turret situation. This is like a pew pew boom boom gun gun turret. I feel like, I do wonder if the slow-mo is just completely gone. Because it still feels like something that they could very well have. Like, I feel like, you know, for some skills you would probably want to have sort of the targeting. And because one thing that they asked, I feel like this would be related to it. In the beta test survey, when you sign up for it, they ask about your like controller or like control preferences. Like, do you use a controller or do you use mouse and keyboard? So I feel like that would also somewhat come into play. Obviously, with just, you know, the controls and like, okay, yeah, like how do you design your buttons and so on for different inputs. But also, the aiming will obviously be very different on a controller and compared to a mouse and keyboard. So they want to like know. Also, yeah, Arthur Yang, yeah, the guy behind Battlefield 4 art and lighting and so on. The guy that they Hypergriff hired a little while ago. I think it was probably actually about a year ago now when we got to know that he was hired by Hypergriff to work on like lighting and graphic stuff for Endfield, which so far seems to have been done pretty fucking well. Like, some of the lighting in here is crazy good. I need to clean my glasses a little. There's been some really nice lighting, and some of like in the base, like in the spaceship, we saw some of the reflections and stuff. That should also be related to that. So like, they've been cooking on that fucking fidelity. And it's gonna end up cooking phones and machines as well. It really is like, oh man. I really hope they are doing an Infinity Nikki and having like essentially 2 different versions for mobile and PC. Because, damn, it's gonna be rough trying to do anything on mobile. Hope that controller support for mobile, but yeah, that would be very cool if they did do that. So for the people who indeed actually play on mobile or iPads or something, or like pads, that they could use a controller still. And yeah, so for this, right now, for this gameplay, like, demo, we have not seen any of the slow-mo, like, combat stuff. So I do wonder if it's been fully removed and it's all auto-targeting now. Or if it's just hidden behind an extra layer of input or something. So I do wonder. Because it still feels like, I feel like it would still probably have a place. Like, it would probably still have a place in the game. Because now, for example, you know, you have tap to use a skill and then hold to use an ultimate. So you can't do, like, hold to aim the skill and tap to just use it auto-targeting. So I do wonder. And yeah, it might be that it only exists for some skills. Like, maybe just some skills get the targeting. I do think it would be a little weird if they just completely removed the slow-mo targeting skills. But obviously we won't know until the blue bar. The blue bar is health. Blue bar is HP. I wish they showed us they don't show us the character menu here, do they? This is just more about environment. You also see some kind of beams in the sky here. Probably like waypoints. I wish they showed us the character screen here with the levels higher. But they just kind of walk around here. Also, yeah, I'm assuming, considering this little showcase here, I'm assuming you can't swim. I'm assuming swimming is not part of the game. I think here we also do, we do get jump confirmation. Yep, we got a jump. And the jump looked a little better than it did in tech test. But yeah, because we did not see them go in the water, but we specifically saw them take a little raft across the water. So it might be that swimming is not a thing, which I think that's fair. That's like, okay. It's not a huge deal. Think we'll show demo 4 before the beta test? No, I don't think so. I think this will probably be... I don't think we'll get another gameplay demo video before the beta test. Yeah, here as well with the this place looks fucking gorgeous. You have the... Well, okay, so this is a thing which I guess this is like a preference thing. But here, actually, when it's raining, you actually get little raindrops, like, on the screen. But yeah, the rain with the fog and the lighting coming through, like, the bamboo and everything. And, yeah, the character models, like, get different textures when they're wet. Like, look at that fucking wet leather. Look at that wet leather! Oh, you can't fucking see it! I have to show you this fucking wet leather, it's insane. Look at that! Oh god, I mean, it's tiny. Look at the, like, little glistening and lighting on this fucking leather jacket. The textures are wild! I'm a little wet. I'm a little wet from this texturing on these clothes, man. Yeah, little water droplets on, like, the walk and everything. It's like, goddamn. Goddamn. The lighting, like, the lighting and texturing work is just silly. It's... Oh, yeah, that's one video we might still get. We might get some form of, you know, like, more lore, sort of, you know, a character like Perlica yapping about lore or something. Like a little story teaser video like we did before the tech test as well. A little closer on the to the tin guy, a little small dude. Small man. 16-year-old. He didn't really want to come on screen. Okay, there's another one of those like little rift things where you spawn a bunch of enemies and fight them. And this place just looks fucking great. We can skip a little bit through here. We get to see some water. Look at that water. We got some cranes that were floating a little bit. It's fair, it's fine, it's fine. Is Perlica Enfield's Keltsid? Maybe not. Perlica seems somewhat more agreeable than Keltsid, okay? Yeah, the rarities are still that's a big question. Perlica's the new arm, yeah, essentially, yeah. And yeah, obviously, yeah, the footsteps changing depending on what you're walking. That's kind of one of those things where, like, at this point, if your game doesn't have that where your footsteps is fucking changing depending on what you walk, like, that's kind of a weirdly significant flaw. Also, I wonder if you can, like, for your base areas, I wonder if you can, you know, like, give it a different floor. Like, if you can actually, you know... Because now that all this stuff is just, like, sitting in grass and mud. So I'm wondering if at some point you get to, like, actually change the flooring of your base area. Also the grass, you know, reacting to you just, like, running through it. Mud. Also, yeah, here, so you have, like, you know, you have, like, you're just, dude, we're just farming now. It's Stardew Valley, and then all the boys go and actually plant it as well. I'm starting... They're really showing... Okay, they're really showing Chen's butt a lot, okay? Does she have shorts underneath her? Is that not panties? Is that, like... Because she's just bending over, and they're just right there. Like... Damn. She's flashing them all the time. Could it be spats? Yeah, maybe. Or is it actually panties? Because that didn't really look like panties. It looked like spats or something, yeah. Custom flooring will be in the skin shop. Important asset, yes. Hoyover's shorts thing. Because, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like if it was actually just, you know, panties, I feel like that might end up being an issue. It's still a Chinese game, so I don't know. I feel like they have to be, like, plausible deniability panties or something. But yeah, Happy Chen is very cute. That is, like, I feel everyone's just agreeing on that. Like, goddamn, Happy Chen? She's adorable. She's just so, like... And here, the little middle bit here, like this looks straight out of the shoe event. This thing over here. This looks straight out of the shoe event. I mean, this is this area, general fucking area. Like these are fucking rice patties just out of the shoe event. Also, yeah, we see some Bird and Beast later at the very least. I saw one. Maybe there was one earlier here as well that I just somehow missed. There's a little collectible Oculus thing. We saw this in the tech test as well. Yeah, this stuff is just clearly straight out, you know, like imported from Terra. Apparently one of the things in tech test brought up was lack of emotions in comparison to Angelina, so they've gone full ham. Yeah, they have made them a lot more emotive in a lot of the animations and stuff. Almost a little, some of them are almost a little over animated. I think they can like make it a little bit more. And yeah, there we see a little Bird and Beast real quickly. And yeah, we didn't really get to see any like, and we got to see Perlica, who's just like a serious character. We didn't really get to see any of like the very serious or. I guess we got Wolfguard as well. Yeah, Wolfguard. I forgot about Wolfguard. Okay, I mean, this part is not quite as interesting. This is where they're getting some kind of, you know, plant cultivation. This is the factory, yeah. That's just the actual... yeah, these little smiley icons are just in Arknights base as well. Do you think they do altars? I mean, they might. But I don't think that would be at the start. You know? I think they probably... I don't know. I don't think that, because you can never put altars off the table. If there's a reason to have them, then there's a reason to have them. God, look at those fucking reflections from all the little boxes over there off the floor. Chain altar. The fucking glass over here slightly distorting all the stuff behind it. Like, look at that shit. This glass on the right side, look at it as it moves. Except you can't see shit. Wait, there's maybe okay, look at the glass in the middle. This glass in the middle, as stuff is behind it and moving. It gets like slightly distorted and moves and. And still, just the module quality, like the model quality here. I said module. The model quality on just like here, just constantly in front of you. The detailing on the hair and fucking layers on the clothes. Silly. This is, my dude, my PC is already heating up. I'm just looking at it. The requirement should lower by release, but I think they're probably going to be pretty high still. Cause, darn, look at that fucking tiny ass. What is this little tiny tail? This look okay. I'm sorry. This NPC looks a little awkward. What is this? These little hair tufts, these little wing tufts are just fucking coming out of the hair, just clipping out of the hair, and this little weird tail. What's going on here? This is not your best work, guys. But you know, especially when you're looking at next to fucking Endmin. It's in the poor NPC. Like it's like the hair doesn't match the feathers at all, and they're just kind of clipping out of the hair. They didn't want us to look at that too tight. Okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, I mean, okay, even here it's so like they'll just mismatched a little bit. Yeah, if they just matched they just didn't really match those very well yet. Look at all this stuff. This fucking place. Yep, we're just fucking out in space. Look at this lighting here as well. Look at all those fucking reflections. Look at those reflections on the floor. Look at it. Look at it all. They were just like, fuck you. We will put reflective surfaces everywhere. We will beyond fry your machines. How much do we know about MC? Your entire consciousness is in that mask. No, because we have art and stuff of the administrator like without the mask, not here. I think there is a version of this image without mask, just not here. I think it might have been on like the Scotland app or something on China. And yeah, they have rhombus. Because I do also wonder if they'll let us like freely swap between the character models instead of locking you into one choice. And yeah, I did also see there was some posting. I think it was by Lola, yeah, where yeah, they're not even done. Like they are not done. They're still working on so much stuff before release. I can actually see if I can find a tweet about it. A translated tweet for it. Yeah, the mask has some significance. The mask is like some form of, you know, it has something to do with Enderman's like arts and skills and magic or whatever. And yeah, probably like a heads-up display kind of thing, like a visor type of thing. The banners on the socials have enemies of the masks. Oh, that could be it. Give me a second, I'll just pull it out. Let's see if I can find. Oh yeah, indeed, yeah. I mean, the fucking thumbnail, the thumbnail for the what's it now? The thumbnail here for this has them without their masks. So I'm just wondering, yeah, like how often will the masks be on and how often will they be off? Yeah, there is some concept art. I think the concept art isn't posted here, so it's like. But at the very least, it's not posted to global yet. Presumably, they'll post it at some point. The screen is too small for a space station as CEO. Yeah, I think we decided on the idea. It's probably a holographic projection kind of thing. Yeah, I think I also found them on like Reddit and stuff. I think they were another thing that maybe they posted too early or were actually part of like leaks still, and they haven't posted them officially yet. Like environmental concept art or whatever. Some kind of limiter for Enderman's control regime stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the mask might essentially be what Enderman uses for, you know, like it's their catalyst because they don't have anything else. Like we see in the combat and stuff that they just kind of like they don't have like a wand or a staff or anything. It's probably the mask that works as their like, you know, device. You think AK Doctor and Enderman have something in common? They're probably the same person. That's what they have in common. It's probably the same fucking person. And yeah, they have the same wristband at Endfield has, yeah. It's like, it's even the wristband is even the icon for the menu. Like over here. Yeah, it's their arts units, and I mean, it's probably like a super high piece of tech. It's their arts unit, their like little heads-up display visor and fucking everything. Hey, the Nuttish? Click on info? Is there info? I mean, just this information, yeah. But I mean, info is just all the trailers, isn't it? Nothing else extra in here. Yeah, oh yeah. The image without the mask. Yeah, it's just here. Yeah. Yes, it's in the CG trailer right here, or the gameplay, or whatever. The beta test PV. Yeah, they're in the without the masks here. Yeah. I completely forgot. I just forgot about this. It's literally in my thumbnail on YouTube as well. They don't have the masks. You telling me Doctor gets amnesia twice? Kind of, yes. Again. Look at this little goobin goblin gamer girl. What's she doing? He's so serious. She's vibing. I guess he's smiling a little as well, but Also, yeah, it was something a lot of people have pointed out is that like these little iridium crystal things just have like locked on them. They're locked for some reason. Whatever that means, the lore implications. Man. Little sis vibes. Kinda, yeah. She seems like a bit of a... I still love those fucking vocals as they hit in like that. They're very... Those vocals, for the people who know and vibe, very Mirror's Edge, okay? These vocals here, super Mirror's Edge. I love it. Give me more. When they hit in, this entire music bit. It's just... Hell. And then you get into the menu music. Like this song that's playing now is like the... was like the login menu music. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, so in general, the music. I didn't actually listen to read the combat. I kind of want to actually listen to the combat music a little bit. There was so many other sounds going on in the combat, I could barely hear the music. I kind of want to like see if I can catch it a little bit. I heard like the ambient music and stuff, but watch the video in reverse. Okay, you can barely hear the combat music because of the combat sounds themselves. Just kind of like droning sounds. Yeah, you can barely make it out. The combat is so loud you can't make out the music. Yeah, the music at the Yan area was really nice. Also, just to hear like here when you're just walking around, like so. Also, yeah, here we already see like we have a different music already here in like the city. It's like a little bazaar music or whatever. Sounds like it's almost coming off like a radio somewhere nearby. And then we get into like music over here. Actually, there's probably music inside of the building here as well that was different. Vibing. And yeah, the Triangular's boss music, which actually, I don't think I ever listened to the Triangular's boss music because I didn't want to spoil myself. But at this point, it's probably going to be a completely different track in the beta. Assuming the Triangular's boss is in the beta, which it might be. I'm wondering actually, I do wonder how much that actually is in the beta. In Enfield, you auto-clip by just putting 20 turrets around the farming spot, hell yeah. Yeah, seemingly the Triangular boss did get some reworks, yeah. Bling bling blong. Yeah, it's very possible that Triagos isn't in the beta. Ooh, that's a nice little... And some bling bling blong. Let's go listen to some of the music here as well. Oh, yes, Bubble. Yes. Man, they need to fix this. Look at this road. It's full of potholes. Fix your road, guys. What the hell? Look at her. She's so smug. And yeah, because she just controls stuff. Like, she controls the stuff just, like, by her hand. So this is, like, the catalyst for it. The little visor. But I do wonder if you can, like, choose to just take it off or something. Or if it's just always there. Because right now it seems like it's almost always there. Unless it's, like, some specific cutscene or promotional art. Also, yeah, the fucking pole in the middle of the road. She's so smug. Fucking female Endwin. Look at those little hair tufts move. They did a little wiggle, little wiggly. Look at them little wiggle. Yeah, some of these animations here, they feel like the animations are like they're kind of made for like a little showcase because, you know, they're like slowly going through the menu and showing you everything so it works. But in gameplay, when you're fucking like zooming through the menus, very long, like these kind of long entry animations when you're zooming through the menu might be a little... Like you won't get to see this shit. Like I've already at this point I've switched menus 3 times already. I've already gone to equipment and relics and skills. Like I haven't seen any of this animation here. I'm never gonna see this cool fucking dude with his goddamn sunglasses because I've already switched characters 5 times and menued on all of them. Dude, I'm speed gaming. I'm gaming. I gotta get my dailies done, man. Like, these feel like more like promotional little character animations rather than like what you'd maybe actually want to have in the menu. You know? Not like the animation stop you from navigating menus. Yeah, but that's the thing is because when all of these menus have these pretty like detailed animations that the character constantly flips through as you flip through the menus, it might look a little awkward when you're going really quickly between the menus because then the character will just be like having a schizo moment. You know? And yes, Chimpanzee. ZZ has that too, though. Yeah, and I think, and yeah, some of the ZZZ animations were like simplified from betas and so on. Like the animations were different in betas, and they somewhat simplified them. She is. We have seen Chen's panties multiple times now. They are white. You can't switch menu until you see the animation. Maybe they're banking. Oh, bit of an awkward pause. She's looking a little awkward here. Maybe they're banking on all the players just looking at the animations just because, like, cute girl, I like it. And they just watch the whole animation every time. Instead of quickly going through menus. Some artists out there probably making China fine art now. They were already making it. Now they're just going to make more of it again. I can't wait for my feeds to have more Endfield art again. Bloop, bloop. Oh yeah, I actually want to look at this menu a little bit. Like the main menu here or whatever. Look at her. Look at this little cutie patootie. Fucking, it's like cute aggression. I was like, how's she so fucking cute? All right, here you have clearly a log out button. I did see some of the dialogue option stuff in the tech test. Yeah, they have given some of they've given some gremlin dialogue options. And yeah, they really didn't put any Surtur into this gameplay demo though, didn't they? They were like, well, you guys have to wait for the beta to get your hands on Surtur. Yeah, this is the wristwatch, yeah. Like you can actually kind of see it slightly, where she's kind of holding her arm like this, her left arm. Yeah, and it's indeed still Ori Prime and Originium, very much clearly. And yeah, we did look at that earlier somewhere, which makes sense. They have more promotion levels. Like there's more promotion levels here because you have more unlocks to do. That was his sanity as well. I think they opened the menu here. Show me. Okay, can you... Here? This is weapon. Okay, also, yeah, here you see, like, you have, like, sort of weapon main stat, and then you have, like, some form of substat-ish things that you can level up. Oh, yeah, here we also see the equipment screen, where it's just, like, it's these things. You have your equipment. Oh, and this thing here is probably what Perlica had equipped. Perlica had the little food icon next to her name. This is probably like what you equip here. It's some kind of like emergency ration kind of thing. Like you can craft consumables that maybe get auto-used. Also, it does kind of look like Exia, doesn't it? The clothes are a little bit Exia. Perlica went from her staff to this pen thing, yeah. Yeah, and Wolf went from greatsword to gun. Did Wolf start with a rifle at some point? Like in like a super early leak or something? When did Wolf have a rifle? I remember greatsword, but when did he have a rifle? Yeah, the vest does look very Exia. Oh yeah, the very first trailers, yeah, where no one looks the same anymore. Here you can see that there's like multiple promotion levels, like more promotion levels, which makes sense. You have more levels to get through or whatever. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 at least. Like yeah, 1 out of 4. So yeah, okay, you see him at 1 out of 4 like ascensions or promotions or whatever. Like, you know, like all of these games have this like where you have a multi-tier thing. We're gonna call it, I think these will just call promotions. Because the thing is, I don't think we're not gonna talk about these the same one or the same way as we do for Arknights. Like we're not gonna be talking like, oh, you should E2 Chen. Because the assumption is that if you're gonna use the character, you're just gonna promote them all the way. I don't think there's really gonna be like discussion in the way of like, oh, is E1 enough or is E1.5 enough or whatever. It's just gonna be either you promote them all the way or you just don't. Like, oh, you should E2. It's more like, oh, you should just level. Like, oh, should I level Chen? Should I level Wolfguard? And then it's just yes, it's binary. Either they're max or you're not using them. Yeah, and there's essentially E2, E2, E3, E4. Like it all could be like, oh, E0.5, E1, E1.5, E2. But that's just annoying to say. But yeah, the thing is, I just don't think there's going to be a relevant, like, discussion thing. We're not going to be discussing them in like, oh, is E1 enough? Oh, do I E2? Still decided not to use promotion 3 icon that's in AK files. Didn't need it. She is so cute though. And I do wonder if this will be the max that it goes to. Not that it matters. Like it's not like this means anything until we actually know, you know, what it means. Frame by frame analysis of our animations. They're very good and very cute. They know what they were doing. They went through every single animation for Chen. They're proud of Happy Chen. Extremely happy, or extremely proud. Look at those clouds over there. Oh, that's okay. That thing over there is a little low frame. That thing over there is slightly low frames on this thing. Yeah, they left Chen for last. They knew. Oh yeah, I wanted to translate that one. Let's see if I can pull up like a Google Translate or whatever, like Google Image Translate. I wanted to check. I wanted to check images. What this text says. It already disappeared on the screen. Depth. Okay, interesting. Let me just get it here on the screen so you know what I'm talking about. Also go get another screenshot as well. I see she says something. Here, this text here is what I translated. I can't be bothered to put it on stream. But it says area to be built, and then hub area depth 0.106 plus minus 0.018. So the little numbers that I was wondering about are depth, apparently. Doesn't really say anything. I guess there's some form of like depth statistics or stats to like consider. Could it be distance? I'm wondering like what I'm just wondering indeed what this means because it has like a number and it has like a plus minus something. Oh, here you can see the conversation. Chen saying it's okay if we use our weapon to mine ore, and Wolfguard replying the tech team will worry about that. Okay, I like that there's a little team banter that you can have while just walking around. Because like little things like that, like just the characters having little like voice lines and banter with each other, just makes it, you know, more like, it makes it feel a lot more like you're just running around the world with your team. If they have little dialogue bits like that throughout. Here I also want to check, because here, once we get to China land, we get a similar pop-up here, this pop-up. Is this the same? I'm assuming this is the same or very similar. It's probably also saying depth. If that's the correct translation is, that is even. It might even be the correct translation, so. Yeah, it's like the, well, it's the same word. Whatever depth refers to in this case. Any Chinese knowers in here have an idea on what this could mean? Characters interact with each other based on who's in the party, not just MC. Yeah, seemingly. Seemingly you have like some character interactions like that. Okay, if it's just depth, I just indeed have don't know what that means. What is depth referring to here? If it's like on like map areas have like a depth to them. Weird. Interesting. Okay, yeah, here also you have like, well, you just saw like a, I don't know if you could actually, were you actually accessing this menu here, but you have like stations. Station 1, Station 2, Station 3, Station 4. Little learns Chinese for content. And I don't think I have quite the motivation for that. I have yet to pick up any Chinese from anywhere, so. How deep the harvestable resources are located? Yeah, because that's the thing. I feel like it could be something to do with like, you know, more like base resource collection related stuff. Like the depth. For some reason I feel like it might be more. Because and then here you have a different depth again. And it's like, what it mean? Who know? Who know what it mean? Because otherwise there for that little pop-up it was just, you know, the name of the place. Fishing mini. They probably will add a fishing mini game at some point. Coordinates? I don't know like what kind of, it's just a weird coordinate where it's like a depth of something. Yeah, I mean, it's just for some reason I just got like, I saw those numbers and I was like, why is there like a plus minus number thing? It feels like it could very well be like some form of, you know, resource depth or something. Because it has like the plus minus, like, oh, there's some good resources within this, you know, depth of the earth or whatever. Also the music here, vibing. Now they can actually make out the characters is Japanese enough that it does seem like it just says depth. Okay. Depth numbers sound like hazard levels to me. Oh, it could be hazard level, yeah. Yeah, it could be like, true, that's a good point. Hey there, Topo Rec. I remember you. Yeah, it could be like a hazard level, actually, yeah. Rather. Like, it's higher the more hazardous an area is. And so it's like a hazard depth level. That could be it. That's actually a good guess. That's a pretty good guess. Character will also warn you of environment or enemy point of interest. Yeah, that's nice also as well. I do like the characters actually making little comments about stuff. Dragon's Dogma party talk. It is one of those little things, like, yeah, he's panda talking. Of course, I'm covering, like, when they're talking, they're always just, they're directly behind my icon. Or not my icon, my face cam. As I'm, when they talk. So long as we never get Veilguard conversation, it's golden. What the kite things are? Some kind of, I don't know, wind power or something, probably. They're just like a cool looking, you know, environmental thing. So did I have a face cam? A while ago. Some months ago. Solar panels or wind panels or something. Actually, solar panels make a lot more sense rather than wind. They just held up by a kite or whatever. As yeah, this stuff we also does. He didn't take the chest. It's right there. Yeah, this stuff we've seen. We also earlier we saw like the connecting the electrical lines and stuff as well. I feel like they're still somewhat figuring out how to do the dismount from these. Because when it so in the tech test, once you dismount it, you just kind of teleport it onto the ground. Here he does like a little jump, but he also like disappears for a split second when they're trying to get off the zipline. Top-down view for making the factory is also from the tech test feedback. Yeah, makes sense. The top-down view for the factory that we saw was like yeah, why was this not already there? It's like, especially once the fucking base is more complicated, running around in this form trying to do stuff is just a pain. You want the top-down view. Now, let me see if I can find that one tweet. Can I find that one tweet where I think it was low light? I think it was low light talking about the stuff that they're still up to. Here, yes, I found it. Found it. Should we look at it? Let me pull it up. Pull it up, Jamie. Pull it up. Here, tweeted by Chaotic, by the way. Thank you, Chaotic. Was this? No, this wasn't low light, was it? This was a different team member. The little character still exists. I use him sometimes. Oh, so we didn't even look at all the elements, yeah. Result joint efforts of countless colleagues. Thank you for your love and suggestions. Games are difficult to make. There's so many things that have not been modified or planned to be modified after testing. Not the final version, not. Ping operator over tomorrow, Arknights, Endfield, first of all. I have the entire project team. I'd like to thank you for your continued attention. Valuable opinions and feedback through multiple channels, in-game questionnaires, social media platforms. Different degrees of tuning attempt to combat gameplay, integrated into the box garden exploration, art performance. Or new content, the retest, verify the rationality of the long-term structure on a larger scale in this test. Translations are sometimes wacky. Particularly various experience feedback on system integration advice. Look forward to hearing everyone's most authentic feedback. Never stop moving forward, just your time, and we'll continue to work hard in the direction we expect in the future. Tower of Seraph 2. I like how fucking Talos 2 translates into Tower of Seraph 2. Also, it is funny that it always translates into tomorrow's arc end. End of service. Oh no. But yeah, they're just saying that like, yeah, we're like we're nowhere near done, essentially is what they're saying. They're like, nope, we got a lot to do. We got many a thing. Arknights the end. Sometimes Arknights Endfield does get translated as to just Arknights the end. When it's in like Chinese. Which is funny. Meanwhile, in Japanese, it's just loads of fucking katakana. Arknights Endfield. And yeah, development version is probably indeed also like, because essentially this beta version, right? This beta version should be like a relatively stable version that they've put together for the beta test. So yeah, development version probably even more ahead, which is wild, wacky. They do wonder how much ahead. But also, right, so yeah, we'll actually get to go through, like, for the beta, I'm assuming, we have two, open world, like, the bigger open world maps, and then we'll have the base inside map, that we get to go through all three of them. During the beta, which is, depending on how big these areas are, that's actually quite a lot to, you know, run around in. No slavery and actual free workers. The fucking power world. It's not slavery. It's indentured animal servitude. 300 gigabyte game. Yeah, let's keep in mind, this beta is 60 gigs. You need 60 gigs of free space for the beta. Bro, the entire, like, I think Star Rail as an entirety is like 60 gigs. It's a big beta. It's probably, they probably didn't try to make it super small, but that's a big beta. It's probably, I mean, let's be real, it's probably the fucking insane textures that the game has. Like, look at this water texture here as well. Look at this water, man. Look at this water. Because yeah, Star Rail has a lot less textures, so... I mean, Mihoyo games, okay, well, ZZZ has a lot more textures, but indeed has much smaller environments. Yeah, I also luckily have room for it, but... And yeah, because that's the thing, it's probably not going to be... Yeah, the requirements being silly, we talked about the requirements for the beta being pretty fucking silly, like what are these performance requirements? But yeah, it's a beta. They have not been too preoccupied on trying to make it run on every machine, I guess. So, you know, fair enough. Luckily, my machine should be able to run it, at the very least if I'm not running it at max, because obviously streaming also takes, you know, some resources. This is not a mobile game, right? It is. It is supposed to also be on phone. The beta isn't on phone, but the full release is supposed to be on phones as well. So... Oh, goodness. They'll optimize in time for release. It'll be interesting to see how stable the release is, or if we have a bit of a withering wave situation where performance is not the best. Because yeah, indeed, at the start of the demo, we even have some frame drops. Like at the start of the showcase. So, you know. I don't think they're gonna get it to look like this on phone. I think phone will look like a significantly downgraded version, cause... Oh, Shahi's saying she will go in power saving mode when ordered to rest. What a fucking nerd. What a nerd. She's one of those, huh? The i7 is from 4 years ago? Yeah, man, mine is fucking probably from 6 years ago or something. I checked how my CPU is against the recommended CPU, and the recommended CPU is the CPU that replaced my CPU. So like, I'm just about barely there at the recommendeds. Yeah, I mean, I think phones are gonna be on fire. Like, and yes, minimum 16 gigabytes RAM. Recommended 32 gigabytes. What phones have 32 gigabytes of RAM? And I have to assume the RAM has to be because of the base building stuff. Because obviously, like, the base building stuff is what would push the CPU and the RAM. Because obviously all this, like, cool reflections and lighting, that's a GPU. Because that's the thing, a lot of people have 16 gigabytes of RAM. Because, like, minimum requirements for a lot of games are 8 gigabytes with recommended 16. So a lot of people have 16 gigs. Like, not everyone has 32 fucking gigs of RAM yet. I luckily do. But yeah, not everyone. So, like... I'm gonna say, don't run from me, administrator. And yeah, especially then if you're like trying to play on a laptop and so on. 8 gigs of RAM. Like, and these days 8 gigs for modern games is starting to run into some actual like issues where it is like, damn. Starting to get rough. Well, I think we've pretty much explored, I think, everything we kind of can here, other than just literally just looking at it and going like, repeating ourselves. Oh, this looks so good. But here, early on, why the fuck did the quality go to 480p? Also, they uploaded this in 4K. I don't know what level I was watching at, but they uploaded this shit in 4K, by the way. You can't really see it, but it's in 4K. Yeah, Perlica was probably assigned to bridge, yeah. Like here, when they turn the camera, at some point we get a little frame drop. Like here, already there, in this little walking sequence, in the sort of city area, we actually get a couple frame drops. You can notice it. Here, I think. Yeah, like, there's a bunch of frame stutter just there, just turning the camera up to the skybox. So especially these areas they're gonna be a little rough. With ray, I don't think I've mentioned anything about ray tracing. And yeah, we can assume this is running on like the beefiest thing that they can fucking get. So like, and obviously yeah, it'll be one thing that we obviously don't get to see really anything at all from what we've seen so far is like story presentation, the dubbing, the voice acting. None of that obviously we don't get to see any of that yet. Well, a little bit of voice acting, obviously, but yeah, we don't get to really see any of that. So that'll have to wait for the actual beta to see if they've... Because apparently, yeah, it wasn't fantastic in the tech test, but I mean, yeah, tech test story. Like, the story really doesn't fucking matter for a tech test, does it? But also, I kind of just want to see them running around the world, to be honest. But yep. We'll see. Okay, also I didn't even look at these icons. We're like sweating. What do you mean? You don't want to... What do you mean you don't want to mine? Dude, you yearn for the mine, surely. Add jump scare, happens. But also, so I mean, this comes into where I have the whole theory that every single gacha game, the early story is kind of mid. I'm expecting the exact same for Endfield. I think the early story for Endfield is just going to be like, you know, it's fine. I'm not expecting anything super great from like story right away. So so this is Talos. This is Talos itself. We can actually, yeah, let's look at the skybox a little because it's fucking gorgeous. This is Talos, and this is Talos 1. This little thing over here is Talos 1, and this is Talos itself. Because Talos is just a huge gas giant, so obviously we're not on Talos itself. The fact that the moon and the planet are just like always in the skybox like this, I like it so much. It's so nice just having them always looming over you in the sky. And because clearly, so probably with the combat, you're gonna have like combos with where, you know, certain actions will proc follow-up attacks on like the QTEs and stuff. I do wonder about the day-night cycle. I don't think they haven't really mentioned anything about it. I hope there is a day-night cycle. I do hope there is a day-night cycle. It's just one of those things where just, you know, it adds to the immersion and feel, the vibe. It's nice to see all the areas in different, you know, like, because that's the thing. They have all this effort into all this insane, like, cool lighting, and they have, like, a very, you know, big... They hired a fucking dude to do a bunch of lighting stuff. So hopefully they also, you know, have the areas with day-night cycles so that you can see all the areas in different lighting. Could have a mission-based cycle, maybe, yeah. Hydrate, thank you for the hydrate. A night and day could be dependent on region, yes. Yeah, I do wonder if they'll have day-night cycles. I hope they do. It's not the end of the world if they don't, but I do hope they do. Because obviously, so if they don't have a day-night cycle, then it's just going to be depending on area. Like some areas, like this area will always be during the day. Some other area will always kind of be a more night-ish area. They're going to have all the different lighting, like, situations, night, day, and so on. But it might just be area dependent rather than a day-night cycle. Because also with, you know, with a day-night cycle, because that's another thing that I wonder, is because we have this skybox with the planet and the other moon in it, if you have a day-night cycle, those like that stuff also has to move in the skybox. And also, yeah, if you have a night cycle where you have sometimes it's night, then yeah, like you build like lighting and so on in your base so that you can see stuff. Or they use Lord Talos 2 doesn't rotate on its axis anymore. Maybe it's or it's like fucking, yeah, tidally locked or something. Because yeah, I do wonder whether, that's the thing, with the skybox, having the day-night cycle would be like an extra bit if you want all the stuff in the skybox to also move around in the same way. Because you have this mass, like, the Talos itself, look how much of just the skybox it covers. With the ring as well, because it has like the, you know, it has like a Saturn ring around it. Oh, also, yeah, that little spot there is just straight up Factorio where you get the down below view. Also, look at this little red dude over here. Look at this red little Agaloy over here. Why is he so red? He's so angry. Also, yeah, all these little collectibles are interactable. You see like these little glowing triangles. Or cardioids. Nighttime only happens when the sun is behind Talos. I mean, yeah, it could be like that. Like, you could have something like... But I feel like we've seen... It might have been actually from the trailer. Because I feel like we've maybe seen, like, shots where, like... They are in slightly different spots. Because, yes, you could, in theory, with Talos itself, with the big fucking massive planet, you could have, like, a thing of, like, oh, it's tidally locked, so that Talos is always in the same spot in the sky if it's tidally locked. Which could make it easier. But you could indeed still then have a day-night cycle by, like, having the sun go behind Talos so that you would have night cycle and so on. We'll see. It's one of those little, like, I'm saying not even that little of a thing, I feel like, but... And yeah, the female Enderman is crazy smug. Knock off Death Stranding, where an anime girl. The true, yeah, I mean, it is funny how they actually just straight up ask about Death Stranding in, like, the beta surveys and stuff. Because, yeah, when you're, like, building this stuff, it is a little Death Stranding. Look at my Twitch recap, the dad jokes in there are astounding. Well, watch this little combat sequence again, and then, Dink, dink. Okay, yeah, so also here, yeah, what, okay, well, I guess we could actually, I do want to go actually go through the character screens one more time to check all, like, the elements that we seemingly have. Because we should have, like, essentially fire, we have physical, fire, ice, electric. Right? So actually, she's currently physical, apparently. Okay. She used to, I think she used to be, like, the electric, status in the tech test. She's electric. He's fire. Oh, he's like a green. Okay, he's like a... Panda's like a green. Which might be... Maybe it's like a healing element or something. And then she's ice. And then Chen is, physical as well. Bamboo powers. Hell yeah. So that's at least 4? Skin will be too expensive for them to just give away free this time. Could be. I mean, Genshin is, you know, giving some free skins and so on, so... The free skins would just be, you know, less significant skins. Rather than, like, complete overhauls. When an enemy can switch attributes... Yeah, I feel like Endmin might have some form of where she can switch between elements. Because in the tech test, Enderman was, like, the lightning element. Because I'm wondering what other... So right now, I think Okay, no, we do have one new. Yeah, yeah. So we have physical, we have fire, we have lightning, we have a bamboo element, and then we have like the ice/crystal element. So yeah, that's 5 right now. I feel like it could just be at 5, but they might also add in like an extra one. But 5 feels like a decent number. And they also have kind of like the main. I guess the one that they would be missing would be like a more water-ish element right now. I mean, they don't have plans to put something like that in. Like if you had just like the usual elements that these games have. They could be like a dark element or something, yeah. It does feel like they could add in like an element that isn't really just like, you know, normal, like, oh, fire or electric or whatever. Soap element like aroma. Hell yeah. Itoproxia. Dragon type. Yeah, we'll see if if it'll be just these 5 elements or if they add one more. I feel like they could probably fit one more in there. And then also wondering how many weapon types they're gonna fit in. Necrosis, corrosion. Yeah, I do wonder how many like weapon types they're gonna fit in. Right now we've seen gun, we've seen like casting, and then 2 different swords. I think that's all we've seen. So I feel like, especially for weapon types, it feels like they could probably have at least one more weapon type. So, what if gun is crossbow with the same type? I feel like, yeah, I do wonder if guns will have like also like crossbows and stuff like that, or even making a bow would be difficult. But oh yeah, spear. Oh no, spear should exist. Spear should exist because Avivena exists and she uses a spear, so there should be spear. At least. Oh yeah, what is Panda? No, Panda's using a. We know Panda's using a. Panda uses a greatsword. We checked that earlier here. We see here that Panda's using a greatsword. Greatsword on Panda. Yeah, Aurora's shield is only for skills. Normal attacks are with a great shield, a great sword as well. Wok is classified as great sword. Yes. You get just yeah. I think that would be a good way to do it if you just get the stats of the guns, but then animations actually all used. Because also, yeah, if I feel like we've only seen Panda use the Wok, but I guess we've only seen him using skills. Oh yeah, Li Feng also has a spear. Yeah. I think in general, I think I want them to do the thing where, sure, they might equip a greatsword or something, but then they mostly use a different weapon, like a sort of more specific to them, like unique weapon. I want to see more of that, rather than it being like, oh, if they equip a greatsword, then they also use that greatsword, so that they just don't limit themselves to like, yeah, creativity. I do want them to do that. Yeah, Aurora has a big sword in the trailer. Yeah, we got it. We do see that. How about a chakram? They could add chakrams. Yeah, because I do just wonder how many need. And yeah, obviously the guns do have a lot of different types of guns that they can add. So, like if they're just like dual wield guns, that's a lot of different options for what kind of gun it is. And obviously, catalysts like the staffs or whatever, like the casting characters, those will obviously have a lot of freedom in what their like actual sort of weapon usage is, because it's just like it's just a blob. It's just like a fucking casting device, rather than a sort of a thing to swing around. And yeah, we know at the very least, yeah, some of the niche weapons are integrated in skills that we already know. I just hope that they do more of it, so that it's not just skills. And yeah, they might add more as time goes on, obviously. Like, there's, I mean, I might almost assume, actually, that they'll launch with some amount of weapons and so on, and then at some point they'll add a new one. Like, I feel like that seems like a pretty obvious thing to do later on in the game. Launch with some, and then add 1 or 2 later on. I do wonder if they'll do summoners. I do hope they have some like summoner characters. That would be kind of cool. Getting to actually summon little boyos onto the field. Then getting even more chaotic. You have 4 characters and then summons. College Guskin using a pencil box. So it just says you can equip any gun to this character? Yeah, because I feel like if you haven't need a character who just kind of mostly uses their unique weapon, like, you know, as an example, maybe Panda always used the wok as their weapon, but they still equip a greatsword, but they don't necessarily even use the greatsword for attacks. So it's essentially just a stat stick. Like, I want them to do more of that kind of thing. And for example, I will be making, if I get into the beta and get to give them feedback, I will give them a big old feedback on the weapon system of like, dear fucking God, don't fuck it up. Yeah, I'm assuming weapon gacha as well. Just to be safe so I don't get disappointed when it does have a weapon gacha. So I'm just assuming there's going to be one. So, fucking look at him eat though. Alright, but okay, I think that'll be it for today though. We've gone for 2.5 hours, and I wasn't even supposed to stream today. So, oh boy. Tomorrow I'll be finishing reading Path of Life for normal Arknights. I kind of hope they don't post a new Endfield video tomorrow, so that I can focus on reading Path of Life instead, but we'll see. So that'll be tomorrow, yeah. And then Tuesday I probably won't stream. Normally I'd stream Tuesday, but I'll stream tomorrow instead, so no Tuesday stream. But thank you for coming, thank you for watching, thank you for chatting, thank you for lurking. We sure have watched a fucking bunch. Dude, the Enfield's popping off. They're popping off again. If they drop a lore video tomorrow, I swear. So, goodbye. Bye-bye, goodbye. Bye-bye, goodbye. I need to go finish my fucking chores. I didn't, like, put my laundry away, man. Goodbye. Bye-bye.